Glad to have you with us from Music City, USA, Nissan Stadium in Nashville. A neutral site showdown as both of these teams hoping to make an early season statement. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Guys, this is a real test this season for Ole Miss head coach Pete Golding. As you know, a very dramatic and emotional breakup with Lane Kiffin last year, but the players rallied around Coach Golding to make a run in the college football playoff. Now, can he sustain that? Can the players sustain that? And can he build a quality program and keep Ole Miss in that playoff picture?
The Cardinals kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Rebels offense will go to work first. And here comes the junior running back. And he'll be matched up on the other side with another guy who's one of the most productive running backs in the game.
And man, oh man, if times change where you're seeing two senior running backs go at it, right? Like back in the day, oh, you got so many hits, you got so many takes on the body. Well, NIL, these guys are getting paid a little bit better. These two guys, been around the block, Palmer. We know who they are. We know what they are. And I know this means a lot. Who wants to show off the most and say, hey, wait a minute, we talking about my NFL draft? Remember, I showed this guy up. Like, our team won, I had the better day.
Yeah, and both of these guys are going to get their touches in this game. Make no mistake about it. Both offenses are predicated on the ability to control the line of scrimmage and run the football. And what I like about these two guys, they are home run hitters. Don't blink. It takes one play, and they can go the distance. This is going to be a
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. The Cardinals offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. We got a duel in this game of two of the better tight ends in the country. They'll start this drive with a pass. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Talking to coaches coming into this football game, he said he's got to keep his quarterback upright, got to protect him. If they give him time, he can do some damage. But so far, man, he's been hit early. He's been hit often. They've got to do a better job of protection up front.
He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to...
Makes a grab and room to run.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing at the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Oh, he's got some space. first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
That's caught. It's Haas. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Oh, what a move. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Richardson. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A give to Brown. And they swarm him under. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The throw to the outside is complete. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
And one thing I'm really interested to see is this Ole Miss offense post-Lane Kiffin, post-Charlie Weiss Jr., and they always find wide receivers. Palmer, it's amazing. They've had a knack for it. Was that Kiffin? Was that Weiss? Can Golden find those guys? They bring in a bunch of transfers to try to fulfill the same recipe that they've been using. Let's see how fast it will work.
The best news is Trinidad Chambliss is back throwing the ball, though. And he's one of those guys who can elevate the players around him, too. You're right. There's going to be some new faces, and it's going to be important from a chemistry standpoint that he and these guys are able to get on the same page very early on. But once everything starts clicking, this offense, man, they light up the scoreboard. And how much would you love it as a receiver playing with a quarterback like Chambliss?
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's already got 46 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Rebels. precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Got it in the middle, it's Foley.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll pitch it. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
The Rebels moving quickly to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Rebels. Put 6 on the board. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll start on the ground with Brown. At the 45 on his way. Big He's up to 47 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. This time he wants to throw. Got a man. It's Foley. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Richardson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Cardinals! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rebels offense is back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The sure hands, it's Gill. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. On the ground with the counter. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Bring in the heat. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the 1st down. The Rebels want to move quickly.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Gill. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
The run inside. It's Lacey. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Haas. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Hands it off on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, the quarterback trying to get aggressive there on 3rd down. He saw something he liked in a matchup he wanted to take advantage of, but the defense, they simply weren't fooled, and they're able to come away with the play.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pulls it in. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Hand off for Brown. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Brown. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. He has 60 yards rushing in this 1st half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Again, it's Brown. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Foley. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion, now 2nd and 2. Keeps it on the option. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Cardinals pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The play action fake. Makes the grab. It's Reed. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. It's on target and complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Cardinals go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Hand off, Isaac Brown. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They feed him again. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
That makes the score Ole Miss 14, Louisville 10. Number 48 sets a kickoff.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
That's caught. It's Gill. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Makes the grab. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical.
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's complete to the right. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, here's Brown. A big stop from this defense as they force a 4th down, and a decision coming right now. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Right on target the 1st time, now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Finds his man. It's Gill. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's McCoy. Louisville calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got it. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll go to the counter play. Makes one man miss. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with a look at Oregon State taking on the number 21 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Beavers sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Nissan Stadium. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll bring it back. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Louisville's offense has taken the field and they look ready to go. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They'll try the right side. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Quarterback keep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Makes a catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Makes the grab in their space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. A give to Brown. The Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Brown again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Gets the back moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll go with Brown. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Keeps it on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Now that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run clean like that.
And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab, it's Alexander.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. One more time, it's Brown. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Hand off for Brown. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put some... And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Alexander. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to Brown. Sweet cut there. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Brown again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. So 1st down will open up the final period. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. 1st down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got rid of it just in time. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. To the ground, he's got it again. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down.
A shot toward the end zone, and it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll run the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The run inside. It's Lacey. Makes it past the marker. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Alexander.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll tell you this, somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. That's reeled in. It's McCoy. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Cardinals with the 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Running inside, it's Brown. Finding some room. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pocket breaking down. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Going for 6. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! Huge 3 points to make it a 2-possession game.
Ole Miss.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Alexander. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Rebels right after the huge play through the air back to the line.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it at the 15. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. From the gun. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Jennings. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Got a man. It's Richardson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Foley. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
What a play call in a 2-minute situation. They find the shot opportunity, and they take advantage of it, flipping the field. They've now put themselves in a chance to come back and win this thing.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. And he got it! Just over a minute to go in this one. They have the lead now to try to hold it.
Big-time kick late in the 4th quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
Coming out with it, it's Hughes. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those 1st downs, and just make that clock run.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Rebels offense is back on the field. And still a 1-point game here, Jesse, and the offense would like to put something together.
No doubt, execution is going to be critical here, David, because with a 1-point lead, it just feels like the team that makes the...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
Lining up to add another. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Fires to the big fella. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to the big tight end. He's lucky that was a linebacker, not great hands. It's incomplete. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Working the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Cardinals are in the hurry-up. got to find a completion on this one. Rushes on him. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.